I'm doing a like 2-part video series where I am doing a new to me authors that I discovered in 2022, and then my follow-up part will be authors that I read from more than once in 2022. I think it's really interesting to like take a look at authors I've discovered. Do I really like discover them so much that I read from them again? Do I stay away from them? Like, what happens? So these are some of the authors that I found new to me in 2022, and I definitely feel like a lot of these on this list are authors that I will read from again. Like, I looked back at my list that I made last year, and it was so cool to see like authors that I just discovered. I was like, I only had just discovered them, like, and I looked and it like had how many I'd read by them, and it was like, you've only read one book, and I'm like, wow, I've read like 2 or 3 like since then. So like it was cool to like take a look at that. So these are just, if you find it interesting, great. Hopefully you might try these authors as well, but these are definitely ones that I want to try again. So we've got Andrea Bartz, which I could tell you, I already have her book pre-ordered for this next year, so I will definitely be reading from her again. She was my first book of the year that last year, so it was like starting right off with a bang where I read her, and I've been like dying to read again from her. We got A.B. Wetland, who was new to me, and I actually read 2 books by her last year because I just was so interested in her, so I'm excited to try her again hopefully this year. We got Brendan Slocum, who wrote The Violin Conspiracy, which I loved, and he has a new book coming out in 2023, already pre-ordered. We've got Stacey Willingham, who I have read 2 books by, so you better believe if she comes out with something else, I am reading it because she is a fantastic thriller author. Sarah Eho. So this one will be interesting because I feel like a lot of the authors I discovered were like debut books, and this was not a debut book for her. So like, I don't know if she is somebody that I'm going to want to go back and read her backlist, or if I'm just going to continue on with like what she comes out with next. We'll see. Jamie Lynn Hendricks, I've read 2 books. She's got 2 books already announced to come out next year, and you better believe I will be buying both of them. She is, again, another thriller author who I have loved. I follow her on Instagram. I've been in a like book club Zoom with her. She is fantastic. I love her. Denise Williams, I read 1 book by her, but I own 2 more. How to Fail at Flirting was so good, and I definitely feel like she's going to be a favorite author that I'm going to always want to insta-buy anything that she comes out with. We got Tammy Huff, who wrote A More Perfect Union, which was so good. Hold on, my scratchy throat's coming back. So definitely want to check out anything that she writes if she comes out with anything again. Pang Shepard, she wrote The Cartographers, and I really, 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 really want to go back and read the Book of M. Every time I'm in a bookstore and I'm like, what should I buy? I look for that and I never find it. So if you know why I'm not finding it in a bookstore, please let me know because I really want to read that one. Nicole Bart, who has a new book coming out, so I will be reading that one. She was a surprise because I didn't really think that I would love the book that she wrote as much as I did, and I think she does have a little bit of a backlist, so I might go back and find them. Charmaine Wilkerson, this is the author of Black Cake. I will read anything that woman writes. That book was so good. Lucy Clark, she wrote One of the Girls, and like I really regret that I read that for Netgalley because I really badly, very badly want a copy for my shelves, but for some reason I always feel like guilty buying it because I've already read it, but like I really want it for my shelves. So if anybody's getting rid of their copy of Lucy Clark's book, I will gladly take it off your hands. Shelby Van Pelt, who wrote Remarkably Bright Creatures, which is definitely one of my all-time favorite books now, and I have such a soft spot for that book, and I hope she writes something else, and I will be reading that. Liz Parker, she took me by complete surprise with In a Shadow Garden, where I had no idea why I even pre-ordered it, and then I loved it, so I think that was her debut book, so if she writes anything else, I will definitely try her again. Kim Fay wrote Love and Saffron, and that book was so wholesome and such a sweet read, and I'm so glad that I read that one this year. Abby Jimenez, I've been sleeping on her. Everybody has been saying how amazing she is, and I've been ignoring you for years, and now I finally gave in, and now I know why. Now I know the buzz, and I will be reading her entire backlist probably in the year 2023. And then Caroline Frosted, she is the author of Shadows of Pecan Hollow. And that book was just like, I was nervous because I thought that writing style was not going to work for me, and it worked for me. So I will definitely be picking up anything else that she writes in the future. So I had a lot of amazing authors that I read in 2022. I mean, I read over 200 books this year. So, like, obviously, I was going to meet some new ones that I loved, and I found some really great ones. So, if you've read any of these authors down below, let me know. If you know any of their backlist titles that I need to get to, or if there's any books that have been announced that I missed, please let me know. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.